3, 2, 1. I think we're live.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining me for this 30-minute legs and booty session, which is beginner friendly. So I'm very happy that we can finally do a live workout which is beginner friendly, so I can talk and explain and also tell you some mistakes that I don't want you to do. So that's going to be very exciting, and I hope you are excited as well. We have Dennis behind the camera, my brother, who's going to tell us which exercise is next. And as you can also see, we are in my new apartment, so we have quite a nice location change in my opinion. And we are starting with a tiny warm-up, and I'm going to explain how the workout is structured while we are warming up. Okay, so join me for a side step, and we are lifting our knees, and we are pulling our arms at the same time. So we are just warming up our thighs, our upper body, and during the warm-up, during the workout, we are going to do always 40 seconds of movement and 20 seconds of rest. So we do have a rest in between the exercises, which is why this workout is so beginner friendly. And I also did this workout together with my mom to see where potential mistakes are and which questions you might have as beginners. And now you're going to switch your legs and kick your heels to your butt. Still doing the same arm movement. And the beginning of the workout is going to be in a standing position because we are going to do some squats and some compound movements for the legs, and the rest is going to be down on the mat. Very good. Just warming up, waking up our body. And then the last warm-up exercise, you are going to do a side step with a little arm raise. It's basically like a jumping jack, but without the jumping. The arm movement is similar. Dennis was looking at me, questioning my movement here. And as soon as we finished this warm-up, I'm going to explain to you how you perform a basic squat, because it's an amazing exercise, but a movement that you can do a lot of mistakes at, and your form and positioning is very important for that movement, so you really have to pay attention on how you move your body and how you engage all the muscles. Okay, so check out your legs, check out your arms, get ready for the next 30 minutes, and I'm going to explain to you very quickly how you perform a squat. So your feet are a little wider than shoulder wide apart. Your toes point a tiny bit outwards, like this. And then you look straight to the front, your shoulders go back, your chest is engaged, like your back is never rounded, it's always like that. And then you start by sitting your butt and your hip backwards on an imaginary chair. So don't start with bending your knees to the front, but start with sitting back. And then when you sit back, a common mistake is that the knees kind of collapse inwards, and I don't want you to do that. That's one of the biggest mistakes. Always try to push your knees outwards, because they will always try to go inwards, but you have to kind of think about pushing them outwards, and then when you push them outwards, you can also feel your glute muscles working a little bit more. Okay, so you sit back and try to keep your knees in one line, and then also pay attention that your knees are behind your toes. So don't go like this, but rather sit back so much that your knees are behind your toes or maximum in one straight line with your toes. And yet when you reach the lower position, you push yourself up again, and all of my weight is on my heels. So my toes don't have any weight on them, and I push my entire weight up through my heels, squeezing my butt as hard as I can. Okay, so we sit back, chest and shoulders, remember. Sit back and push yourself up. Weight is on the heels. Squeeze your butt. Turn your pelvis in at the upper point. Looks ugly, I know. But this way you can train your butt a little bit more. Sit back, push up, and squeeze the butt. So that's the basic squat. And we are starting in
3,
2,
1.
40 seconds of basic squats. Do them slow and controlled. Always look to the front. Don't look up, don't look down. Everything is in one line. Remember your knees. They never collapse inwards. They always stay in one line. Everything is strong. Even my core is engaged. A squat is really an amazing movement to work all of your muscles. Basically, the entire body, not only the legs. Very good. Hands with legs.
It's a rest.
Oh, it's a rest. Yes, I totally forgot. We have rests. So shake out your legs a tiny bit. And what do we have up next?
Squat with pulses.
So we have a squat variation. We basically squat down, and at the lowest point we do a little pulse and then we come back. So squat down, pulse, and come back up. Down, pulse, back up. And then try to think about your booty pushing you up. Going down, squeeze the booty, and squeeze it even more at the top. Down, pulse, squeeze the booty. I always try to think about the muscle I want to train. Very good. And we have a little rest. Very good. So that's a very important part. Always think about the muscles you want to work on. Because a lot of people feel the squats only in their thighs. If you think about your butt, you can engage it even more.
Wide squat on the right.
Okay. We come in a very wide position. So your feet are wide apart. And then you squat down only on the right side. The left leg is straight. And you push through the heel of your right foot. And then you squeeze your right butt cheek on your way up. And then squeeze it even more at the top. Very good. Working the right side of our leg. Couple of more seconds. Stick with me. Very good. And then you can imagine what is next. The left side. So your stance is very wide. We squat down on one side and push ourselves up. The entire weight is on the left leg. We start in 1 second and start. Squat down on the left. Push yourself up. I don't have any weight on my toes. All of my weight is down on the heel. And I squeeze my butt cheek every time I come up. And squeeze. And squeeze. Don't forget to squeeze. And rest. Very good. Shake out your legs. We're going to continue with some more squat variations. And afterwards we're going to go down on the mat.
Squat with calf raise.
So for the next exercise, we are going to do a squat. And then when you squat up, you include a calf raise. So you go up on your tippy toes, squeezing your calves, so the lower part of the legs, and squeeze. Squat down, calf raise. Squat down, calf raise. Squat down, calf raise. And if you feel comfortable with the movement, you can even go a little bit quicker. And if you feel like the beginner version is a little too easy for you, then you can just skip the break and perform the movement during the break as well. So you either take a break now, or you continue for the next 20 seconds with the squat and the calf raise. However you prefer. Very good.
Squats. Regular squats.
Regular squats. So that's the last squat exercise. Starting with the squat again. For the very last time, push through your heel, squeeze the butt, knees stay in one line with the body. They don't collapse inwards. My weight is on my heels. I squeeze my butt, squat down and squeeze the butt. Squat down and squeeze the butt. Shoulders go back, back is straight. Knees are behind the toes. Couple of more seconds. And very good. Amazing. If you want to, continue the squats for 20 more seconds. For the next exercise, we are going to work the sides of our legs. So we're going to do an outer thigh lift. We're going to do an outer thigh lift like this. So you stand on one leg and you lift your outer thigh as high as you can, squeezing this part of your leg at the highest point. Squeeze and squeeze. This strengthens the side of your butt and the side of your thigh. Be very slow and controlled. It's not about tempo. So really thinking about the muscles you want to train. Very good. If you have problems with balance, you can also put your foot down after every rep. Take a small rest. And then we will repeat the same movement on the other side. Like this. Okay. 2, 1, and we start with the outer thigh lift on the other side. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, always at the highest point. The other leg, which is standing on the floor, is a little bit bent, so you can hold your stability a bit better. And squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze. I'm really feeling the sides of my butt here. Squeeze, squeeze. Very good. Stick with me for the last couple of seconds. And we have a break. We go down on the mat next. So sit down on your bum. We're going to do glute bridges next, which are one of my favorite exercises ever because you don't have a lot of engagement in your thighs, but only in your butt. So your feet are close to each other and you perform a glute bridge, meaning you push your hip upwards and down. Upwards and down. And now I want you to think about an imaginary piece of paper between your butt cheeks, which you just laughing. So never release that piece of paper between your butt cheeks. It's not allowed to fall on the floor. That's how hard you have to squeeze your butt cheeks during every single second of that movement.
2, 1.
Okay, now take a little break and move your feet a little wider apart so they are even wider than hip width. We just did the close to each other, now we're going to do the wide one, and then we're going to do the normal stance. And start. Remember the piece of paper between your butt cheeks. That's how hard you have to squeeze your butt. My mom asked me if I rather want to talk about a nut between my butt cheeks that I want to crack every time. When I said no, a piece of paper is hotter. And think about your knees staying in one line. Don't collapse your knees inwards. Everything is strong. Everything is controlled. And squeeze your butt. For the last time, squeeze. and take a little break. Now walk your feet from the very wide position to the normal position. Get ready. And join me for the glute bridge once again. All of my weight is on my heels again. I don't have any weight on my toes. I always push through my heels to the upper position. Squeeze my butt cheeks as hard as I can. Never release the tension. Always have them engaged. And your hips go as high as you possibly can. And squeeze. And squeeze. And squeeze. Very good. Okay, for the next exercise, we are only going to hold at the higher position, at the highest position, not at higher, at the highest position possible. So, for 40 seconds straight, I want you to squeeze your butt cheeks as hard as possible. Okay, come up, highest position possible. Butt is super hard, super strong. I have a piece of paper in here. I can almost feel it. And now we squeeze. Don't only hold, squeeze. Very good. And when we hear the timer after those 40 seconds, you can also stay for 20 more seconds if you prefer. If you are not a beginner anymore, I want you to stay here. Okay, I'm going to stay at the top. If you want to join me, hold and squeeze.
Glute bridge walkout.
The next exercise I'm going to show you is a walkout, meaning we stay at the highest position and we walk our feet to the front and to the back. And join me. To the front and to the back. And as you can see, I'm only walking with my heels, front and back, front and back. And I'm always staying at the highest position possible with my hips. Still squeezing the butt cheeks. Walking to the front and back, front and back. Very good. Amazing, stick with me. Take a rest or hold, whatever you like to. If you feel like it's a little easy, then challenge yourself and hold with me during the breaks. And now we hold for 40 more seconds, so if you took a rest, come up to the highest position, squeeze your butt cheeks, imaginary paper between the butt cheeks, everything is super engaged, tuck your pelvis in, even my abs are strong, and squeeze as hard as you can. Weight is on the heels, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Very good. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little rest. And then we're going to change position. Come into a tabletop position like this. And we're going to do a donkey kick next. Meaning we kick our heel to the ceiling, squeezing the butt at the upper position, going down. Squeeze and down. Squeeze and down. My shoulders are above my hands. My hip is in one line, meaning I don't lean open like this. Nothing is like twisted. I'm completely straight, only kicking my heel to the ceiling and squeezing my butt every time I kick. And kick. And don't forget to squeeze. This also works the hamstrings, which are the back of your thighs. For 4, 3, 2, 1. take a little rest. And for the next exercise, we are going to lift our legs to the side instead. So this is basically like a little dog which is peeing on a tree. So your knee is still bent like you just did for the donkey kick, but you lift it to the side. Keep your body strong, don't twist, only lift your leg up to the side, squeezing your outer thigh and the side of your butt every time you reach the upper position. And squeeze, and squeeze. Amazing. Always think about the muscles you want to train. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with the left leg. So we are starting with the donkey kick up to the ceiling, heel kicks to the ceiling, butt is engaged, and then we continue with the fire hydrant or the side leg lift. Okay, kick your heel to the ceiling. Squeeze your butt every time you reach the upper position, and squeeze, and squeeze. Make sure that your back is straight, so you are not like this, but you have a straight back. The abs are even engaged, so you pull your six-pack in. Hip is in one line. Nothing is twisted, and kick, and kick. Very good. Take a small rest, and then we do the side leg lift. Body is again in one line, everything is straight, and we only lift our leg to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we start with the side leg lift. Lifting our leg to the side, squeezing the butt every time we reach the upper position. It's not about tempo. Don't try to be quick. Just try to do it very controlled and think and feel the muscles that you are working on. So the side of your butt and the side of your thigh. Very good. And lift. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Amazing. Now we go over to the right leg again. And we are starting with a straight leg lift. So your leg is not bent anymore, but it's straight. And you lift it up to the ceiling. Okay, and you start to lift. And for this one, you can really engage your butt all the time. So you can think about that paper again between your butt cheeks. You don't release the tension every time you lower, but you can keep the tension in your butt. And then you squeeze it even more at the upper position, but it's always engaged. I always squeeze my butt, but I squeeze it even harder up here. Amazing. Take a little break, and then we have the hold up next. Okay. So we have a straight leg hold, meaning we hold at the highest position possible, and then we try to hold it for 40 seconds in this position. And come up and hold. Squeeze your butt, and if you notice that you lower your leg, bring it up again. Squeeze and hold. Sounds easy, but if you really squeeze, you can definitely feel the burn in your right butt cheek. Very good. Hold. If you notice that you lower your leg, get it up again. Only a couple of seconds left. Don't quit. And squeeze. Okay, take a small break. We're going to do the exact same thing on the left. So we start with the straight leg lift and then we hold for 40 more seconds. Get ready. And we start with a straight leg lift, squeezing our butt every time we reach the upper position, still holding the tension on the way down, squeezing even more on the way up, holding the tension, squeezing more. So never release the tension, only play with it a little bit. Think about your left butt cheek, having the strength to lift your entire leg up and down. This might sound stupid, but it's really about my muscle connection. Amazing. And squeeze. Okay. If you want to, you can take a rest. Otherwise, you already hold at the upper position, or you continue with the leg lift. However you feel like. And next, we're going to hold in the upper position for 40 seconds. And hold. Hold as high as you can. Squeeze that butt cheek. And don't lower your leg. If you notice that you lower your leg, bring it up to the highest position again. Squeeze. Engage your butt. Don't quit. Hold the tension. And hold. Squeeze the butt. And we release. Now take a small rest, and then we are going to go into a side, laying down on the side position. We lift our outer leg. Now we're going to work the outer thigh for the rest of this workout. First the right leg and then the other one. You can put your head on your hand. It's basically a little relaxing at first and then it starts to burn. The longer we continue with those kind of exercises. Always engage the side of your leg, engage the side of your butt every time you lift your leg. My lower leg is a little bent, so it's better with my stability. Okay, and now you have the choice. Either hold for every break that we do at the upper position, or you take a rest. But I'm gonna hold. And if you feel strong, you can hold with me as well. And the next exercise is gonna be the circle. So we draw tiny circles with our foot in the air. And start with the circle. Now it's starting to burn for me. Okay. Draw tiny circles with your foot in the air. My entire body is very still and only the upper leg is working. And I can really feel it in this part of my leg. So the outer thigh and the side of your butt. Draw little circles up in the air. Very good. You can take a rest or you can also hold in the upper position. I'm gonna hold. And for the last exercise, we're gonna hold for 40 more seconds. So if you are holding right now, you just keep on holding. And always engage this part of your leg, even if it starts to burn, and start. So if you were taking rest, join us in the upper position. Hold for 40 more seconds. If it starts to burn, that's a good sign. That means you are improving, you are challenging your muscles. They're gonna feel stronger afterwards, look better afterwards. So don't quit when it's burning, rather continue when it's burning. That's a good sign. And if you notice that you are lowering the leg, bring it up again. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Amazing. Switch sides. We're gonna work the other side of our thigh now, of our leg now. I'm still gonna face you. You can bend the lower leg. And then we start in a couple of seconds with the outer thigh lift. Okay, we lift the outer leg up and down, very controlled, squeezing this part of our leg, of our butt, up and down, up and down. Now you already have experience, it feels easy at first and then it burns like hell towards the end. But stick with me for those few last exercises. And lift, and lift, lift. You can take a break or you can hold in the upper position. If you are holding right now, you are doing an amazing job, and I'm very proud that you are holding with me during the rest. And now we draw little circles with our foot in the air. So you are at the highest position, and then you start drawing circles in the air. If that's a little too hard, you can also draw them down there. But the higher you go, the harder it is. Hold the tension in your outer thigh. Feel how your side butt is starting to burn. But keep on drawing those circles. Okay, take a rest or hold. It's really burning, but I love the burn because that's really when progress is made. You get better when you challenge your body. You stay in your comfort zone and nothing will really change in the future, but if you challenge yourself, okay, come on, hold. If you challenge yourself, you will get better very quickly. Embrace the burn. The burn is a good sign. Squeeze the side of your butt. Don't forget to breathe. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Try to get your leg a little higher up in the air. Hold for some more seconds and then we are done with everything. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And amazing, you did it. Yay! I'm gonna clap for you. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sticking with me for those 30 minutes. I hope you liked it. I hope you felt some muscles burning in your lower body. I'm going to go into the live chat as always, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye bye!